a lot to look forward to here. Sunshine prevails for the rest of today. We're already seeing signs of that. We're in the mid to upper 50s right now, a few 60s now on the board as you head down toward the South Coast, Cape and Islands. And 60s will be more widespread this afternoon. We're into the upper 60s for Boston with sunshine still around. Northwest wind gets a little breezy this afternoon, but you can see how high pressure is keeping things looking really quiet overhead. So it will be an overall really beautiful day here. 68 for Boston's high today, but we should see a few spots hit 70 south of the city. Notice New Bedford up to about 73, upper 60s through the Merrimack Valley and heading into the Monadnock region of New Hampshire. We get a little cooler tonight as the wind starts to relax and the skies stay clear. So we're into the 30s northwest of Boston. Take a look at Keene, New Hampshire down to 35, but a nice rebound is expected tomorrow. I will look at just how warm we'll get ahead. Rainy this spring and of course this May so far. This is the seasonal total for rainfall. So far this spring to date, we are running well above average for Boston and more so out toward Worcester. Wow, it's about 3 inches above what is considered average season to date rainfall. In Boston, you can see it's just about 1.5 inches. Now we have seen a pretty wet outlook for May for the most part. We're here at May 11th and so far we've only had one dry day so far this month. Today will make it the second dry day as we are looking ahead to a beautiful outlook today. Still, our rivers are running high after all of the rainfall of this past week. In particular, we're watching the Nashua River and the Merrimack River. Both of these rivers are at minor flood stage. So if you're near these rivers, watch for that potential for some flooding. We could see some basement flooding near the Merrimack River. This is expected to start to recede heading into tonight through tomorrow. We're in the mid to upper 50s right now, nearing 60 as you head down toward Providence, 62 on Hyannis right now. So on Cape Cod, things are starting to get a little milder already with high pressures working in. This is going to keep us clear and dry today, but you will notice that wind direction out of the northwest gets a little breezy. So with our high temperatures reaching toward the upper 60s in Boston, may feel cool if you're not in the direct sun at times today. Overall, though, very mild. Look at these high temperatures into the 70s south of Boston, 73 for New Bedford this afternoon, mid to upper 60s moving northwest of the city. Here's that wind outlook. You can see how it gets strongest in the afternoon hours with wind gusts approaching 27 miles per hour. But it calms down considerably tonight. So the calm wind and clear sky, that's a combination for a strong radiational cooling night, which means things are going to get real cool in the suburbs, especially northwest of Boston, where we could see some mid-30s tonight down to the mid-40s for Boston. We have a nice rebound in the afternoon tomorrow. Sunshine and a wind out of the southwest means most spots hit the 70s, even mid-70s for a few locations. But the exception to that will be down over southeastern Massachusetts. That southeast wind, or southwest wind rather, is right over the Atlantic Ocean, which is still relatively cool. So that keeps us in the 60s. Could even see at places like Nantucket stay in the 50s tomorrow. We are holding on to the 70s for much of the week, but clouds are going to thicken on Tuesday and Wednesday, with our next potential for showers creeping in by early on Thursday. You'll notice the humidity starting to tick upward. We're up to about 62 in Hyannis at the moment, so we are starting to see some 60s painting the board here. Mid-50s as you head out north and west of Boston. High pressure keeping things nice and clear and quiet for this Mother's Day and Sunday, but quite the opposite yesterday and the days leading up to yesterday. We had a very wet and gloomy pattern here. So our 48-hour rainfall totals I wanted to show. So that's for Friday and Saturday. We did see many spots with over 1.5 inches. We got close to the 1.5 inch mark even into Boston. It's been a very wet spring, but really over the last couple of days, this heavy surge of moisture has led to some flooding. Now we're not talking about extreme flooding here by any means, but a few of our rivers are running high. We are looking to see minor flood stage being reached here for the Nashua River and the Merrimack River, and in fact it is something that we'll be watching for the rest of today, as some of the river levels here, the projection shows that it's really not expected to drop until we head into tomorrow for the Nashua River, and similar outlook for the Merrimack River, although the forecast is showing it's dropping a little bit quicker than the Nashua River, where it should be dropping by later this evening. You see how it's just barely dropping back into action stage by later today. So that's something to look forward to if you're in those locations. We are dry for the rest rest of the area with temperatures topping out in the mid to upper 60s for Boston. Here's a look at what to expect outside of the city, and you can see there's a few of us reaching toward the 70s south of Boston today. Could get up to about 71 in Norwood this afternoon. Mid to upper 60s northwest of Boston through the Merrimack Valley into Bedford, where we should top out about 68 this afternoon. There is a breeze out there, and you'll notice that already this morning, but that is more of a factor this afternoon with occasional gusts up to about 27 miles per hour. It dies down overnight, and so with less of a wind and a clear sky, we are going to get much cooler tonight. Thinking we could see some 30s northwest of the city, mid 40s into Boston. Keep in mind, we do have a beautiful full moon. It's the full flower moon that's going to be fullest tomorrow, so you might want to take that in if you're waking up early or staying up late tonight. We have highs in the 70s for tomorrow in and around Boston, but a little bit cooler down toward Cape Cod and the islands and the south coast. Southwest wind is right off the water.